Welcome to the Ben Dental Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. At some point, you have to take accountability. At some point, you have to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I didn't get this team ready to play. You know what? Defensively, I let this team down. You know what? The rotations today, not my best work. You know what? I should have challenged that foul call. Sometime you'd think that you can't just keep passing the buck along. I get it. The players are on the court, but you're the head coach. Theoretically, you're the head of the snake. The Indiana Fever, they're trying to make you the star. The Indiana Fever, Lynn Dunn and Kelly, they're trying to make you the face of the Indiana Fever, Stephanie. So are you ever going to answer for your transgressions? Are you ever going to speak about your shortcomings? Stephanie White, in her post-game press conference, giving credit to the Atlanta Dream while simultaneously taking shots at her own players, but even more that I caught, calling out herself and not even realizing it. Stephanie White credited the Atlanta Dream for not doing exactly what Stephanie White has this team doing on offense. You can't make this up. You really can't make this up. Now, I don't watch every post-game press conference, but wow, they only had 2 minutes worth of questions for Stephanie White. These reporters only had 2 minutes worth of questions for defensive guru Stephanie White. Who's in these rooms? That PR person, whatever her name is, she is doing a masterclass job covering and not calling on certain people and only taking 3 questions and saying, oh, we're done here, we're done. You do nothing but insulate this head coach. No wonder why she can't take criticism. She never hears it. Let's get right into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below and subscribe to the channel. Stephanie White during her post-game press conference.
Steph tied with about 3 minutes to go. What did you feel like were the defensive failings in that last couple of minutes? You guys gave up 13 points in that stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we let him get to the rim too easily. That was pretty much the story of when we had our defensive failings.
That was the story of when you had your defensive.
It was our one-on-one D. We tried to wait until they caught the ball to defend. We didn't make it difficult for them to pass the ball around the perimeter, and they're fast. When they catch it on the run and attack our feet, we're already behind. And there were some times where we didn't have rotations. I thought they did an excellent job in terms.
Sometimes you guys never have rotations. You guys never have You've never had rotations this entire season, sans one game. And that comes down to you as a defensive coach and your butt buddy, Brianne January, as a defensive assistant coach. There's no rotations ever defensively for this team. Late getting to players, Stephanie White, you didn't have this team looked like they were uninspired and not prepared. Look in the mirror.
In terms of their spacing to make our rotations very difficult. But we've got to be able to guard one-on-one, and more than anything, like, we got to defend without fouling. I mean, we cannot continue to let people live, in the 20s and 30s. And
defend without fouling. Gee, I wonder who you're talking to. I wonder who you're talking about. Defend without fouling. Couldn't be talking about Aaliyah Boston because you never criticized Aaliyah Boston. Can't be talking about Kelsey Mitchell because I've never seen you say one negative thing about Kelsey. It has to be Caitlin Clark, somebody who picked up 2 fouls last night, 2 fouls, both of which, if challenged, probably would have gotten overturned. At minimum, one of them would have gotten overturned. But instead, you waste your challenge on Sophie Cunningham pulling down Ryan Howard. Is anybody home?
in terms of free throw attempts, we just got to be better.
They obviously play very big with their lineup. How much did that play a part in closing with KK for much of that last couple minutes?
It played a big part, and KK was doing a great job on the boards. Her length, she gets deflection, she gets steals. She's active. She's mobile enough to guard multiple positions. You know.
Monique Billings is bigger than Michaela Timpson, by the way. Monique Billings is a waste of $850,000. Terrible free agent signing. Oh, they played big. Oh, well, wait. Haven't fans been saying that this team is too small for the longest? Haven't we been saying that? Haven't we been saying we should have gotten the other player from South Carolina that's an actual big, but instead you get Raven Johnson? Okay, I'm on board with Raven Johnson now, but she's only playing 3 minutes in games now? So we wasted a first-round pick on somebody that we don't even trust fully yet? And we'd rather have Ty Harris, and Ty Harris doesn't give us anything offensively or defensively? She's just an old fling you had over there at Connecticut? Interesting.
You know, she does a really good job of anticipating, and she just gave us a different look.
Caitlin goes out in that fourth quarter early on. I think you guys were down about double digits, and you guys rally after that. What do you think of the response from the team, and specifically Aaliyah, who kind of was in the middle of everything there?
I thought it was great. You know, I thought it was great. Teams are going to go on runs. We're going to have situations where we need everybody to step up, and we did. I thought that group really dug in on the defensive end of the floor, got stops. We rebounded it well, and we moved it on offense. You know, we made it a little bit more difficult because the ball got side to side. We got some higher quality looks.
Oh, if Caitlin Clark was out, you guys were moving it. Ball was side to side. There's another shot at CC22. That's all she does. Subliminal.
And knocked him down.
The Dream had 60 points in the paint.
Kelsey Mitchell made shots in the fourth quarter. That's what it was. Kelsey Mitchell made shots.
Just what was the breakdown in the paint that you saw? What's the breakdown in the paint that you saw? Had 60 points in the paint. Just what was the breakdown in the paint that you saw?
I think there were multiple, you know.
Team's not big enough. Team's not strong enough. Team's too soft. Team has no length. Outside of Michaela Timpson, not really the most athletic bunch defensively. Team doesn't slide. Too vertical in their defensive stance. Don't get low enough.
You know, there's when you get layups, 20 points off turnovers, 17 fast break points. You know, it's our turnovers are killing us. You know, our turnovers, some of our poor shot selection, they go down the other end, you get a layup most of the time. So that was part of it. Some of it was poor rotation, poor one-on-one D. You know, that's what this team does. They get it in the paint, and they do it in a lot of different ways. It's not like it's just post-entry passes or it's just attacks.
And there's Stephanie White calling herself out and not realizing it. It's not just post-entry passes and attacks. Stephanie, you cuckoo bird. You are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You are maniacal for meth. I don't know what it is. That is what your offense is. Post-entry passes to Aaliyah Boston or Kelsey Mitchell attacks or letting Caitlin Clark go ISO. You were talking about your own trash offense. You don't even realize how bad your offense. You're talking about your own dog shit offense that we've been watching all year long. Listen to this.
They get it in the paint, and they do it in a lot of different ways. It's not like it's just post-entry passes or it's just attacks.
That's what you do. That's the offense. Here, Kelsey, attack. Here, AB, post-entry pass. There's no pick and rolls. All ABs are post-entry passes. The play set up for Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey, attack. You can't make this up. Clueless on levels unheard of.
It's multiple reads. It's multiple ways and
multiple reads.
And we just didn't make it difficult enough before they got to the three-point line.
And you make it so easy for the opposing teams. You're literally calling out your own dog awful offense, and you don't even realize it. Take a look at some of this reaction. Fire Stephanie, fire Stephanie, fire Stephanie. Ask your head coach why she has not spent one challenge on her starting point guard. Steph White is an embarrassment. Fire Stephanie White. Why even put Kayla back in if you weren't going to let her shoot? Methany White strikes again. Can't have defensive games like this. Won't get out of the first round. Please rid the fever of this brainless clown. Fire entire coaching staff. Will Steph White ever challenge an egregious foul? Pretty obvious the team's not championship caliber. You let a ball hogger in a clutch time and you will lose the game pretty much guaranteed. You going to fire White or do we have to keep watching her coach the team into a loss? I only tune in for CC. Fever are not fun to watch. Folks, each game's getting progressively worse to watch. Team pisses me off. Wild. Here we go again. Clown hair coaches, no D. Insane. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Stephanie White, folks, that press conference was only 2 minutes and 26 seconds. And they said, all right, no more questions. They are hiding her and insulating her and protecting her from any type of real questions. And I'm sure there's a bunch of stooges in that room that aren't going to ask the tough, hard-hitting questions. But there's got to be at least one person in there with some cojones and some gonads to where if they do get lucky enough to get called on, they're actually going to ask something straight and tough. And I'm sure the PR person knows that, so that one person will never get called on. It's going to be the same voices asking the same questions every single night. Where was the defense? Why did you guys come out looking so lazy? Why did you fall apart? Why aren't you challenging calls? Why aren't you getting Caitlin Clark open looks off the ball? Why do you keep saying you're going to do something that you're not going to do? Why isn't there enough pick and roll? If Angel Reese had 4 fouls in the first half, why didn't you attack her and force her further into foul trouble, forcing the Atlanta Dream and Angel Reese to make hard decisions? Why did you leave Michaela Timpson on Angel Reese so long, seeing that Aaliyah Boston had actual success on her? Why? And none of that's going to be asked. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, hype the video, and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.